In the Garden with Mark Viette is brought to you by the Virginia Farm Bureau, because agriculture matters.
When I went backpacking up in the Andes in the open grasslands of Argentina, there was a plant that I could see for as far as I could look. And it was this plant here, and it's known as the pampas grass. And this is a real durable, hardy plant for your garden. Now remember, there's a couple different types. There's a hardy form for the more mountainous or colder regions, and then there is another form which will grow along the coast in some of the warmer areas. The one thing I will caution you with this grass and many other ornamental grasses is make sure that you're wearing a long sleeve shirt with gloves so when you walk around this plant, your arms don't get cut. Ornamental grasses come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. Anything for the sun, bright shade, maybe even shade. And it can even take standing water for periods of time. And behind me you can look at the beautiful Miscanthus gracilis, the maiden grass. It's a fantastic plant with nice and light and airy plumes. And just look at the variety as you're coming through. Look at this one here where the plumes are up above, blooms a little later. And then here we have the variegated ornamental grass, which has the green and the white variegation and the nice light and airy blooms. And let's go look at a couple of the varieties you can use in your garden. Choose the right plant for your right location depending on where you live. Some varieties of ornamental grasses may spread by underground rhizomes, and some can also spread from seed. So you want to be sure that you pick a variety that is nice and compact and stays in bounds as opposed to the one that you see here that slowly spreads. So many of us have a beautiful home and just lawn in front of the house. And when we're working out in the garden in the summertime or the fall or the spring, we have no privacy. Not only that, this car is going back and forth on this road, every few seconds. What you can do is plant one of these large ornamental grasses like this, the zebra grass. This is like one plant. Now granted, it's been here for 15 years or longer, but it really gives you privacy from a viewing standpoint, and it also allows for sound abatement, so you really don't hear those cars. You're in your garden and you don't realize you're 20 feet from the road. It's important to pick your ornamental grasses if you're going to use them in dried arrangements or regular flower arrangements before they shed. So just take them and shake them, and if you don't see all the little seed pods fall off, that's a great time to go ahead and just cut them. And always wear gloves or long sleeve shirts again so you don't get cut, but you just come in here and just cut a nice bunch or handful, just like this. Ornamental grasses are so easy to use. Look how we have used them in the background and really made sort of a wreath out of grasses. And what you might want to do is you could even come in and spray paint them. For example, I want to spray paint this one gold. And it has a beautiful gold sheen that you can use in your arrangements. Or you can just go ahead and take a sort of a flat finish or a protective finish, and what it does is it prevents the seeds from shedding. On the other hand, you can just come right in here and pick some that are almost fully open and try the same thing. Just come in here with the gold, and it really gives it a little bit more brightness, and plus it also prevents them from falling apart. Or you can go ahead and use the finish that will come right in here and sort of give you that glistening look. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, use the internet to click on the In the Garden website, inthegardenradio.com.